We are live on YouTube and Facebook. Here comes Instagram. Or does it? Here she comes. There she is. Let's hit go live. Over there. All right. That is Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Last night, I went to one of the most creative community events I've been to in a long time and still came home thinking about loneliness. Good morning. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Thanks for being here. Let me know where you are, what you're working on in your acting career. Let's talk about it. Good morning, friends. We're live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Welcome, friends. So, yesterday was the showcase of the Illume cohort of the Spark File. The Spark File is this amazing creative community headed by founders and coaches Susan Blackwell and Laura Camion. And they run all kinds of coaching programs for creatives uh, of any stripe. And this was a showcase that their Illume cohort, who worked together for 8 months working towards a creative project. And not only do they work on and towards the creative project, they also work towards shining the light on that project, getting it out into the world, finding connections and community and collaborators with whom they can move that creative project into its next phase beyond just the confines of the Spark File. So I I went to the event last year. I missed I think the first one. I think this was the third time that they've done this particular thing. Spark File has been around for a long time. It is a podcast. It is a community. It is a creative classroom. It's a coaching opportunity. It is genuinely fantastic. I've done several of their courses, and I always learn something. And more than learning something, I come out of it with a community. I come out of it with a group of people with whom I am connected and close and inspired and supported. All of those things that community is there for. And that's why I will always be a fan of the Spark File, apart from the fact that Laura Camion and Susan Blackwell are excellent human beings. And I'm always learning something amazing from those two incredible women. Hey, friends, this is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Good morning. Thanks for joining me. So, yeah, yesterday I went to the Illume showcase for the Spark File, and uh, and the creatives. It really epitomizes so much of what I'm trying to do with my own coaching work. What, of course, I work on with my clients are four things: craft, visibility, relationships, and infrastructure. And this really epitomizes those things, because not only are they working on the craft of what they're doing, they're building the project. And the creatives involved can be working on anything. There was just one actor, I think. Oh, that's interesting. Normally there are more actors, but there was one actor. There were several writers, one working on a memoir, a couple working on novels. There were business people. There was an educator who has been involved with creating a youth theater network that involves young people in the creation of the work, because of and that is a tool in the building of the business itself, because youth theater work in which youth perspectives are part of the creation of the work do better business than youth theater work that is created solely by adults. So it's theater that is created with and for youth. It was a really inspiring project. But that was one. There was another one. There was Ebony Vines is a producer who is creating a community and a space and a network for creatives of all kinds. Um, so all sorts of different projects. And one thing that they do is that they create a swag bag. Yes. So everybody is encouraged to come up with some kind of gift to remind us, the people who are there, about their project. This is one, the Pulitzer Project. Bradley Bierman, an amazing, he just calls himself a musical theater nerd, but there have, over the history of the Pulitzer Prize, the award Pulitzer for drama has on 10 occasions been awarded to a musical. And so he is creating a book and a project about that's a huge question, Los Brothers, which I'm not sure is relevant to what I'm talking about right now, but thanks for the question. So he is creating the Pulitzer Project, in which the 10 musicals that have won the Pulitzer Prize for drama have, he's investigating those and working towards shining a light on those. Oh, this is an eye mask from a novel. So all sorts of things. Loop Candy. Loop was the name of the youth theater network that I was particularly interested in. Anyway, they create something, and they all have a QR code so that you can connect with the creative who is instigating that particular project. So it's a hugely inspiring environment, like an inspiring room to be in. It's a great chance to connect with friends, make new friends, like find new creators and collaborators. And the whole point of the event is not just to give visibility to these projects, but it's also an opportunity for the participants to build relationships that will help them grow their project beyond the Spark file. So as I say, it really epitomizes a lot of the work that I'm trying to do with my coaching clients. It's, craft, visibility, relationships, infrastructure, all of those things are really epitomized by this great project. Hey friends, this is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. So let me know where you are and what you're working on in your acting career. But the interesting thing was that I spent this, really inspiring. You can get your Working Actor NYC coffee mug at theworkingactornyc.com. But I spent this really inspiring afternoon in a room full of creatives. I left feeling juicy and full of ideas about where I want to grow my business and what are the next phases of my development as a creative that I would like to work on. So I have some ideas about that, which I'm excited about. And then somehow, I'm not sure if it's because I was watching Hacks, but I'd watched an episode of Hacks when I got back. But I ended up thinking about community and loneliness, how one can still be lonely within a community. I'm just reminded that when I was younger, I found it very easy to be social. I found it very easy to make friends and maintain friends. And I still find it easy to make connections with people. What I find hard is maintaining those connections with people once the show is over, because we get thrown together into these, in doing a theater piece, you get thrown together into these intensely close situations, and you get to know people, you spend time with people, you do things together, you form bonds, connections, and relationships. And I try to maintain some of those relationships once the show is over. And I put effort into that. I reach out to people, I touch base with them, I let them know that I'm thinking about them. And my experience is that that is hard. It is hard to get that effort reciprocated. And so I just find myself reaching out towards people, and that can initiate some back and forth and some connection and an effort to meet up perhaps. But rarely am I reached towards. And that's something that honestly I struggle with. Uh, it's tricky to find a way. I don't know. Let me know if you have any ideas about this. Be kind. This is a safe space. So let me know if you have any strategies for that. I'm certainly something that I it's just something that I struggle with. Uh, Today I have a class with the casting director, which I'm excited about. So I have some lines to learn. It's an interesting little scene, actually. It's from Blue Bloods, and I'm looking forward to working on it. I wish there was. Hey, Max 99 Po. I am looking forward to working on it, and I wish that this. I suspect. I don't know, but there's actually really interesting aspects of the scene to work on, and I'm not certain that this casting director is going to dig deep into it. But we'll see what happens. Maybe they will. I just think that there's some juicy material in this scene, and so I'm looking forward to this class. All right, friends. Remember, wherever you are, whatever you're working on in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. And I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Come and join me and let me know what you're working on in your acting career. Let's talk about it. All right, friends, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m.